What's going on? Welcome to Full Chest. Hope everyone is having a good day. So, Africa's celebrity president, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, is all over the place doing great, magnificent things. We love it. So one of the things that went viral that people mentioned that he did was that he abolished the wearing of wigs by lawyers, which of course was false. That was not true because Burkina Faso wearing wigs was never part of their legal attire. So they were never wearing wigs. That thing is a West African thing, which is nonsensical to me. I don't know why Nigerian lawyers wear white wigs. It makes no sense. Like, it's the most ridiculous. You look corny. That's why I never wanted to study law or anything. Like, it's corny. Like, why? It's like learning your own constitution that you created after independence, then putting on top of your head where your brain is the colonial like blessing, which can in turn bring about the colonial mindset. It's crazy to me. But that's by the way. So it was forced that Ibrahim Traore banished the wigs because Burkina Faso never had that. Actually, what happened was that he kind of had the people in the legal judicial system, judges and stuff. They now wear like more of a Burkina Faso inspired attire, like a toga and like a headgear that has a flat top. So he changed that whole scenario and made it more of a traditional attire for the judges instead of like an English robe and all that stuff. So that's actually what happened. But one thing that he has done that is popular that I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, so basically there's a prison reform he did, which is making the prisoners farm. So a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, this is so great. People should copy this and make prisoners farmers, which is great. I think, it's a good thing to make the prisoners farm and learn something. I think within the context of Africa, that might work. But I don't know if that will work outside. And again, the problem, some of the questions I don't have any problem with it. I think it's a good initiative. However, my question is this: which farmland are they only going to farm farmlands within the premises of the prison? Are the farms they are going to be farming, are they going to go outside to farm? And when they go outside, what mechanism of protection do they have to make sure that those prisoners don't escape? Because on the continent, the system has not been so modernized in the sense that, say, for example, a prisoner runs away. How are you going to find him? We don't have efficient fingerprinting systems or even mailing systems whereby, say, someone escapes, you can track them down, track them all the way to their house. So I think there's something a bit wrong with that whole thing. And now, I stand to be corrected. Maybe there's something I don't know, but I think it's a good initiative. But that initiative needs to be tightened a little bit, taken in terms of people might escape. And also, do they have limitations in terms of the farms that they're going to be going to? But yeah, man, Ibrahim Traore is doing great things. And again, another thing I wanted to point out to is that most of the things he's doing are not novel, right? They're all common sense. They're common sense policy reforms that somebody who has basic education, somebody who wants to really see their country succeed could initiate. So when people act like, oh my God, this is such a great thing, it shows the level where we are when it comes to the people we elect in offices and their mindset and what they are really there to do, which is not really to help the populace. They're there for their own gain. Because these things are common sense, that if someone is elected and the person's mission is to make sure the country is better than how he or she took over from, then we should not be overly excited when someone says, oh, prisoners should be farming, or when someone says, oh, the people in the court should wear African, something that represents the country instead of something that is English. Represents the colonial people. So I think that it really shows how backwards we are in terms of leaders doing things to really reform the country if we're excited over something like, oh, prisoners should farm. In other countries, prisoners work. Prisoners have employed. Prisoners get paid while they're serving their time. So these things are not novel. These things are actually common sense, but it's not common sense because the leaders we have, most of them in Africa, most, not all, because they are great presidents within that continent that I really respect, but a lot of them don't have that much of a common sense, and most of them are not there for the right reasons. So shout out to Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso of what they're doing. I think they're great initiatives.